This is the perfect outcome for the Devils. They get another road victory. Nico Hischier at the forefront. Jake Allen, stellar in net. And Paul Cotter finds his way back into the scoring column. Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to Devils Digest. I'm your host, Ryan the Gosiker, here with you, as always, bringing the latest, greatest Devils content. It's great to be here with you today. All right, I want you to be a subscriber to the channel. We're starting to inch closer to that 1,000 subscriber milestone. We're getting there. We need your help. We just passed 950. All right, so I need your help to get to 1,000. And being a subscriber, it allows you first access to new videos that come out, everything like that, breaking news from the channel, all that good stuff. So hit that subscribe button, and at any point, if you want to comment on the video today, feel free to do so. But let's get into it, because let's just say it was a rough one for the Buffalo Sabres today against the Devils. Yes, I know, bad pun intended, okay? The Devils handle Lindy Ruff and the Buffalo Sabres by a score of, I believe it ended up being 5-0. That is correct, okay? I believe five different goal scorers for New Jersey. Nico, Gritsuk, Mercer scored in there, Cotter scored, and Brenden Dillon scored. We're going to get to how rare that is in a little bit, but I want to talk about the captain because he's somebody I talked about, in my last video after the Blues game, okay? Somebody that deserves to be talked about right now because what he's doing is fantastic. Sorry for you there, folks. But look at his last 4 games, okay? His last 4 games, right? He's got 5 goals, okay? He's got, rack up the points right there. 6, 8, 9. He's got 9 points in his last 4 games, okay? This is the guy that Devils fans have been looking for to be their captain, to be their leader, particularly when Jack Hughes is out. And I actually heard this on the broadcast today that Nico Hischier last year without Jack Hughes had 22 points in 20 games. So maybe this is just what he does when Jack goes out. Now, the first couple games Jack was out, obviously he struggled, and that's why a lot of people were calling for him to step up. Boy, has he responded. And, I got to get a little tease from, some members of the Devils Digest team, maybe that's, I'm not going to get into it. We won't go into that. But nonetheless, Nico Hischier is terrific right now. Okay, he is flying and he is executing at such a high level for this team right now. Again, in the midst of a little 3-game win streak for them as they head into a back-to-back. They beat Buffalo 5-0. Now they get to go home and play the Flyers, okay? So that'll be a big one. Obviously, the Flyers, you could see it right there, 6-3. That game wasn't even that close, okay? So it really was a smackdown of epic proportions. I believe it was 4 goals in 2.5 minutes, something crazy like that. So New Jersey looking for a bounce back, okay? But just to continue about Nico Hischier right here, I found this tweet very, very interesting, and I did check it, okay? I did check it against Devils' all-time goals leaders. Nico is 5 goals away from getting to that 6th position, okay? He definitely, if he continues to stay healthy, obviously, knock on wood, and he continues to play well the rest of the season, he's going to find his way into the top 5, I believe, as we continue to move on through the season here. So Nico just continuing to do a great job, 5 goals away from being in the 6th place on the club's all-time goal scorers list, okay? And he's going to keep going. He's going to keep rocking, and the way he's been playing has just been phenomenal for this team and much needed. So last graphic on him, 4-game goal streak, 5 total goals in that span. His career high is 5 games. So against Philly, he goes, to tie his career high, 4-game point streak, 5 goals, 4 assists, 9 points. His career high is an 8-game point streak. So just to keep an eye on some of that stuff. It's always fun to watch, but it's like hitting streaks in baseball, right? You just never know when they're going to break, when, the puck bounces off his stick, the puck bounces, it rolls on him instead of staying flat on the ice. You just never know. So, good for Nico Hischier, good for the Devils. Obviously, the better Nico plays, it seems like the better the rest of the team plays. And I have to say, it was great to see Paul Cotter put the puck in the back of the net. Jake Allen was spectacular. I'm looking at some of these details in front of me, okay? So just looking at this, Buffalo had 42 shots on goal in this game. 42. The Devils had 23. Devils scored 5 goals on 23 shots. Buffalo scores 0 on 42 shots. So Jake Allen, a 42 save shutout, his first since last year. So it was good to see him play really well, and he made some really tough saves, okay, on some bullets that were flying from the outside from the Sabres. And, man, it was just so good to see Jake moving comfortably. And now that's back-to-back good goaltender performances the Devils have gotten. Markstrom obviously started rough against the Blues, first shot, first goal, but then things started to progressively get better, and he's progressively gotten better. So he got progressively better throughout that game. He progressively got better through that game. Jake Allen comes out and has the shutout today. Now, Markstrom's going to start tomorrow against the Flyers. Need a big-time performance, okay? This is where you can start to change narratives, is when you put little streaks and, not even streaks, but little stretches like this together. Back-to-backs, stuff like that, 3 games in a row, something like that. That's where you can really turn the tide. So I look forward to it, and I really hope they can continue to do it, all right, as they continue to go here. I mentioned Paul Cotter scored. This is the first time he scored a goal since October 22nd against Minnesota. I was actually there for that game. So Cotter's been a guy that I think he had a career high last year in goals, and that's probably not going to be replicated, but also you don't think the guy, coming into the game, he was on a 4-goal pace for the entire year. He's obviously not going to be that. So anything the Devils can get from their bottom 6 is much better between him, Nason. Nason, I believe, had an assist today. He didn't score, but he had an assist. He's another guy that has 1 goal on the season. So, anytime you get those guys involved. Also, it was great to see Cotter get the goal after he took a very scary fall in this game. So it was great to see him rebound from that because it was certainly a scary situation along the boards there. But great to see him bounce back up, skate off the ice, and he was back a couple minutes later, and then ends up getting the goal. Much needed, much deserved. He had one robbed. I believe it was the first period. So it's great to see him continue to go and continue to get on it. So Nico was great. Jake was great. Paul Cotter was great. And, man, Brenden Dillon gets on the scorecard. I told you guys I was going to get to this, okay? Brenden Dillon has not scored a goal since December 17th of last year. That's almost an entire calendar year. That is, that's insane. That's completely crazy. So good to see Brenden Dillon get on the scoreboard. And you know what? The Devils and Devils Nation, I feel like you guys can agree with this and leave us a comment if you do or if you don't. But the Devils have been playing so many overtime, shootouts, close games, this, that. A 5-0 game on the road on Black Friday, day after Thanksgiving. Man, it just felt like it was needed for this team, okay? Now they regroup. Now they go home. And now that orange team from down the turnpike is coming up to play tomorrow night at Prudential Center. And the Devils need to give some payback. So I can't wait. But again, as I mentioned, Nico Hischier has been spectacular. Jake Allen today was huge for this team. Okay, Paul Cotter gets on the scorecard for the first time in a while. Brenden Dillon for the first time in almost a calendar year. Gritsuk gets on the board. This, that, and the other thing. Great day. If you're a Devils fan, enjoy it. We'll get you set for tomorrow's game against the Philadelphia Flyers. So leave us a comment. Let me know what you think. I appreciate you for listening, for watching this content. However you're consuming it, we appreciate you here at Devils Digest. We ask you to be a subscriber to the channel. Help us get to that goal of 1,000 subscribers. As I mentioned, we're getting there. We're getting closer and closer and closer. And I can't tell you how happy that makes Aiden and I and the rest of the team. So we appreciate you, and we will catch you next time on Devils Digest.